Welcome back. We are at the end of the road. But at the beginning of the trail here. So today we're going to do a little hike along the Pacific Crest Trail as it shows there. This is one of those where I am doing this for the first time. If I'm not mistaken, I'm actually headed to the Vincent Gap. I might be mistaken. I only just barely clocked the trail just recently. This is where the 39 highway meets with the 2, and it is perpetually closed. As a matter of fact, that was a little bit of a question that I had about, why is it always closed? I don't really know why, but I suspect, without knowing anything else, that the 2 is probably closed. Because if they opened it, there'd be a lot more traffic coming in through here. And when I was coming up here right now, there were no cars on the road. It was quite awesome. Of course, it's probably not the real reason. But it seems to me like, in other words, that's probably some people would, because I know there are some people who would prefer that these beautiful lands not be completely overcrowded. I understand that. But that starts another debate. Because on the other hand, but people should enjoy it. There must be a way to balance both things. And in time we will balance it, so. Now, we're going to do a number of peaks. I think it's like 3 or 4 peaks. The one that I do know is Mount Baden-Powell, by name, not by, I've never visited it. So it's one of those that we're going to get to know today. So I am looking forward to our adventure today. So let's go ahead and keep going. So as you can tell, the past half mile has been pretty relatively easy, which I like. Not much of a rise and gain. First mile did. Up to this part, this has been mostly flat, giving me a little chance to speed up a little. Okay, so that was 2 miles, 813 feet ascended, 35 descended. And as you can tell, like I said, from mile 1 to 2, it's been relatively easy. Relatively. Because we haven't really gained much altitude. The trail here is just so much prettier, I would say. So much more cultivated than the other trails. So Mount Islip 1.2 and little benches. There's a little bear box too, so let us go ahead and keep going. And enjoy the ride. Okay, so I just did 3 miles. That's 1,270 up, 87 down, 3.07, and elapsed is 1:11:34. So right now we are very close to the top of Mount Islip, which is our first peak. So you can see it right there. This like half mile to the Islip was a bit of a challenge, but not the worst. So let's go ahead and keep going. Okay, so we are at the top of Mount Islip. And if you look in, down there is Crystal Lake. I'll show you the lake in a bit. So this is our first peak. It was a bit of a struggle, so I won't say it's not, but it's not that bad. So let's go ahead and keep going. Okay, so we were at 5 miles, and the last half mile started to get a little tough. Not that much though. I just pushed myself so that I can make the 5 miles in under 2 hours. We're at 5.04. There's little flies here. And that is 18:21 up, 6:88 down, and that's elapsed 2 hours. So I made it just barely. My hope is that I can maintain 2.5 miles an hour. Of course, I don't know. The next part of the trail could get really bad, like this, and that would make it impossible. We'll see. Okay, so it's 6.05 miles. That is 23:98 up, 7:22 down, and elapses 2:28:57. So as you can tell, this last mile, from mile 5 to 6, I slowed down. Yeah, because there was a bit of an incline there, and it kicked my butt. So, what can I say? That's part of the challenge, right? I mean, sure, one part of me would like to just have nothing but these straight, easy trails, but I didn't sign up for that either, so, oh well. Let's keep going. Okay, so we're approaching the next peak. Almost there. I always say we're almost there when we're still about 10 minutes away. Well, there you go. You get to see part of the beautiful scenery that I see from here. Can you guess what that mountain is? I'll put it on there. Wow. It's fun seeing all the mountains that you've scaled. I mean, I'm not a mountaineer, but still, it's still a challenge. Okay, so I went a little off trail back here. If you look at my map, you notice there isn't really a trail. And that's because the route that I was taking would take me to just the trail, but not the peak. This is the peak right now. I'm going up the ridge, which actually does look like a route. It looks like an old route that probably hasn't been maintained, but it works. So I did find kind of a trail to the peak. I'll show you right now. There's like part trails, but then there's no trails. Because there's no official trail. But here we are. Mount Hawkins. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome Abawa. Let's keep going. Okay, that is 8.02 miles, 3060 ascend, 1070 descent. I kicked my butt on that last part there to try to keep myself at a reasonable pace. That is 3:31:10 time. It's punishing. That's all I can say. But there's little grasshoppers or whatever they're called. They're making those little clackety noises. I remember them. Ooh, there's these little bushes. You see these little green bushes? They're like prickly bushes. They're not exactly full formed, but they do scratch. And they're annoying as hell. And there's lots of them out here. But I guess as usual, it's one of those things that we just gotta live with. Sheep Mountain Wilderness. Okay, so we just made 9 miles. 9.03, and that's at 33:02 up and 11:01 down, and that's in 3:56:23. So that means we are maintaining good time. So not too bad. I think we have about another mile to go by my estimates. Watch my estimate be off by 2 miles. I hope not. My legs are getting tired. Not only that, but that's a peak that I skipped. It's part of the trail, so I'm gonna have to come back to it on the way back, and that is going to be no fun. Okay, so we are at mile 10, and that is 10.03. That's 3:497 ascent, 14:48 descent, and that's in 4:23:48. And as you can tell, I'm about to get my butt kicked on this peak here. Oh, wow. Just when I thought it was almost over. This trail was supposed to be 18 miles long, which means that I'm more than halfway done. But it doesn't feel like it. I think I still have another mile to go. I want to turn around so badly. And then this little prickly bush. Damn it. Oh, this one's not so bad. A little further back it was worse. Okay, let's keep going. It looks like this is the peak. Wow. That just feels like so much punishment. And I'm in for another one on the way back. Good Lord. It's supposed to be more than halfway over. Oh. This is the 16 camp. Oh, that's the register. Interesting. Put my name on there, huh? I think what I want to do is go to our last peak and head back so that I can finish this before it gets too dark. This is seriously wearing me out. Can't even find the trail anymore. Okay. Here we go. There's the peak. But it just feels like it's never happening. Oh my God. I know it's all psychology. It doesn't make it any less painful. Oh, let's keep going. This is punishing. Oh my God. But scout training is effected by encouraging the boy through his own enthusiasm to develop himself as an efficient citizen, to create his own character and his individual self-discipline. From within, this is education. Oh, wow. Look at this. Here we are. Oh, Mount Baden-Powell, 9407. We're here. Oh, oh my God. Oh, it hurts. But it feels so good. Wow. Oh, this is amazing. Oh. Okay, let me take a break to catch my breath, because we got a long way home. Okay, so at the peak, we are at 43:20 ascend, 16:52 descent. 11.44 miles, and that's in 5 hours 24 minutes, counting for about a minute right now that I did this, but you know. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's rest a little. Get out of here. So, a little over 13 miles, and I am tired. even though much of what's been going on now has just been kind of a little bit of downhill. Oh, and dealing with the flies. Well, they're not mosquitoes, they're just those face flies. They are a bit annoying though, but oh well. Let's keep going. So we're ascending that one peak that I missed. Oh, I know, I wish I could have finished it when I reached Baden-Powell, but, well, at least I came back and did it. I am sore. I'm tired. I don't care anymore. But at the same time, I know it's not like I have a choice. Let's get up there. Oh, wow. Oh, a little bench. Yes. Throop Peak, in honor of famous Throop. Now Caltech. Wow, I didn't know that. Okay. Take a little break and then get out of here. Okay, so we got about maybe 5 miles to go. I don't know, but we're in a little bit of a race against the dark. We're gonna get some dark. Just how much dark, that is the question. So, since now the trail, the one good thing is that if you recall, the beginning, the first few miles of the trail were pretty nice. And it's returning to that nice trail here. For the past few miles back there, we're up and down and up and down, and oh, we finally got past the last significant peak. So I expect that most of this trail should now be downhill. There you go. Have a look out there. Yes. So if everything is well, I will get some dark, but not too much. It won't be too bad. So we'll see. I hadn't even noticed I'd already missed Mount Hawkins, which is this little peak right here. So there was an extra 100 or so feet. Oh, but there we are. Mount Hawkins. And that sun is starting to set. As you can see, the sun is setting. We are about 3 miles away, 3-4 miles. So, like I said, we're gonna get some dark. Now, when the sun sets, I still get about a half hour where I still don't need a flashlight. So, by my estimates, I will need the flashlight or the headlamp for about an hour. Yeah, as I said, this trail is not so bad anymore, so I should be able to deal with that. Let's keep going. Gotta smile through the pain. Yes, after this many miles, my legs and everything are tired. But there's no point in being negative, like a friend of mine said. I need to stop being so negative and just smile. I got food in my, probably. Okay, so it looks like we are done. And as you can tell, yeah, it's nice and dark. Okay, let's go ahead and get on that. Okay, so that is the end of that hike, and that was about 9 hours of hike. It was almost 20 miles. Wow. This was all 20-mile hikes are punishing. And even though this wasn't exactly 20, but almost, I still count it as such. It was punishing just because of the miles. The actual trail itself, as you noticed at the beginning, was actually kind of nice. It was a fairly well-maintained trail, as a matter of fact. For the most part, most of the trail was maintained, especially the first few miles, which I guess is because, I did see a few hikers, not that many, probably like 2, 3, 4. So this is great because you know that this trail is going to be completely free for you, at least on the weekdays, by the way. I almost always avoid weekend hikes for that reason. But other than that, like I said, the maintenance further up down the line, once you're starting to get closer to Mount Baden-Powell, there were more of those prickly bushes. Oh my God, those things annoyed me. And there was a couple of other bushes that had these prickly, spiny little, like they almost look like the teddy bear cactus kind of stuff. Not as bad, but once I noticed them, since I have sandals, maybe you wouldn't notice them on your shoes, but yeah, I think you would, because they'd still stick to your clothes. They'd still poke you. I mean, once I noticed them, I kept away from them. So be careful with that. Now, like I said, probably the most important thing you want to do here is, as you're going up, since this is a multiple peaks hike, what you want to do is, on your way up, take the route, because you'll notice on the route there's a route that goes around the peak and a route that goes up the peak for almost all the peaks. Take the route that takes you to the peak first. Do not take the route around unless you want even more punishment. At least that's in my opinion, which is, you go all the way out to Mount Baden-Powell, and then you're going to come back and try to do some of the, because I did, as you notice, there were 2 peaks I missed. I did them. I mean, it's not the worst thing in the world. Now that I've done them, I think it was more fear when I was already at the midway point at Baden that I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to die. Now I have to still, because I was looking forward to, just going straight down, which, by the way, coming back from Baden-Powell, you still got to come back down and then come back up again, like another almost 1,000 feet. Now, like about 600 feet. Let's not exaggerate. But either way, so take those routes. The sights, as always, that's something I can't even begin to relate. It's absolutely beautiful, and it's well worth this trip. So, as I always say to you, don't forget to challenge yourselves. One last thing, don't forget
take a nice break after such a hike so that you can relax and recover and get ready for the next one.